the smile of a champion. Jacqueline Peter is leaning towards greater glory now with dance partner Mark Janishak. Facing the present, looking for more. Focus on the Sun Life Skate Canada International. The face of a new generation. Facing the future, Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kraatz were born to dance, destined to skate together. Canadian junior champions who have carried their talent all the way to Victoria, and someday soon, all the way to victory. You could not have picked a more perfect place to begin the figure skating season. From Victoria, British Columbia, CTV Sports is proud to present the 1992 Sun Life Skate Canada International.
Our Canadian dance champions Jackie Peter and Mark Janishak have had a kind of shaky season. They were disappointed with their showing at Worlds, and as a result, in the meantime, have severed their relationship with their coach Roy Bradshaw and with their choreographer Tyler Cranston. In the meantime, I guess you could say they've had an identity crisis. They've gone on board with former world and British dance champion Bernie Ford, who is trying to carve out a new direction for them, but they're feeling insecure and more than just a little shaky. And Johnny, it seems that there are other reasons here at Skate Canada why they might feel pushed.
Well, Debbie, Canada right now is fortunate. It has its greatest strength ever in the dance competition. The reason for it is, as you mentioned, Peter and Janishak, but pushing them, Kraatz and Bourne. Now, this is a young couple, I think, a phenomenon. You don't often hear a phenomenon in sport. But in this case, they started in May of 1991. Their first competition was the Canadian Junior Championship. This summer, they went to Europe, won 2 gold medals, caused such a buzz that whenever they were going on the ice to practice, even all the judges said, hey, the Canadians are skating. Let's go down and watch them. It's actually a thrill to see them skate because they have natural talent. They get together on ice, they have natural chemistry. Put all that together, they're going to make it to the top and help fill the void following the retirement of Wilson and McCall.
The new kids, yeah, the naturals, Bourne and Kraatz, and much more to come this afternoon from Victoria, BC. Debbie, it wasn't too long ago where we were even talking about some of the controversy regarding ice dance and the future of it. There were some people thinking that this sport was on the way out.
I think what the problem was, many of the purists began to feel that ice dancing was starting to approach pair skating. There were too many lifts, too many jumps, too many spins. So they felt they had to crack down on it, and although they want to try to encourage the athletics of the free dance, I guess the main focus of it all was to try to keep that athleticism in without focusing only on creativity and theatrics. A look at how the dancing event breaks down. The compulsory is worth 20%, the original set pattern, this year a Viennese waltz, 30%, and the final free skate, 50.
You might want to call it the Duchesne rule, the new rules, because after the Duchesnes retired, they kind of sparked some of that controversy. The new rules came into view. Well, after the original program and the compulsory dances, heading into the free skate, the Finnish team, they are excellent. Susanna Rakamo and Petri Koko from Finland. Then it is Necheva and Chesnichenko second, Peter and Janishak sitting third. You see Hunsalan and Swallow from the United States in fourth, Mrazova and Šimeček from Czechoslovakia fifth. Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kraatz of Canada are sixth. They are just getting ready to get on the ice. As a matter of fact, they have. There's Victor Kraatz and Shaylin Bourne. Debbie?
They are an amazing young pair, very gifted and very poised for their lack of experience. They've had a great summer, 2 wins on the international circuit, and they do have the place a buzz. Everybody's talking about them. They seem to have a very, very bright future. Only together a very short time as well. They are our reigning junior Canadian champions.
Yeah, they are something else, getting ready to warm up. Youthful exuberance, innocence, but certainly potential and excitement. You're going to see some of that today from Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kraatz. They haven't been together very long, but so far they have been a match made in ice dance heaven.
I'm skating now, Victor. I saw him at Canadians in novice, and I really liked him.
What happened is after we were in Sudbury, and that's where she saw me. And at the time, you kind of talk to people, but you don't really think that you might skate with them later on. And I was in Toronto. She came to Boucherville. She tried out with this other skater who, at the time, was also looking for somebody. And I came back from Toronto. I didn't like the tryout either. I came back from Toronto, and I saw Shaylin with somebody else. And Jose, she goes, well, that is a fairly good skater. She has abilities. There's a future if you could skate with her.
When she thought that Shaylin Bourne would be perfect for Victor Kraatz, they thought, well, she's a pair skater. And they're just the perfect match.
I just feel like it just sort of clicked. We just felt really good together. I did, for sure.
It seems in the partnerships that work, there's almost one that's like the sunlight, and the other one is like a star that keeps the light, or it illuminates the other one to it brings out all the great colors in it.
She smiles. It just gives the audience and me too, kind of a boost.
Getting into him, getting into the audience just lights me up a lot, and I just love it.
I think when you go out there, it's mainly to please each other, and at the same time, the audience. I think the audience is going to key into what you're doing with the partner. If you see that you don't get along with your partner, the audience is going to be very neutral and just like, oh yeah, that was nice, show me something else. Whereas if you are really into it, the audience is really going to notice that, and they're just going to look at you and follow you around, and they get really excited for that.
You're not having fun, people know it, and when you are, people can see you're really enjoying yourself, and it shows. And when you get along, it helps too. Like if you have a good relationship on and off the ice, it really helps your performance.
When you see a wood carving and there's a sculpture, but it's all out of one piece of wood, and that's what they look like to me. And there's no scene, and it's not glued.
We want to be looked at just as one person, not two individual skating.
It's probably a chance in a million to find something like that.
We're just having fun. We have nothing to lose. We just have everything to gain.
We're in it for the long run. And I think Shaylin and I, have decided that this partnership is going to last for quite some time. So it's not really as important how quick we get somewhere, but how well we get there.
I think they would probably, Debbie, be a little nervous. Bourne and Kraatz, this is really their first major international competition in front of a national television audience, and you wouldn't know it judging by their smile. Here is the order of skates. Martine Patinode and Eric Massé of Canada. Then it will be Shaylin Bourne and Victor Kraatz skating after that. So it's 1-2 Canada to begin the opening flight of skaters. Then it is Stikolnikova, Kisarliga of Kazakhstan, and Hall, Jason Blumfield of Great Britain.